Hi, I'm Lillian McMorris, and thank you so much for joining us. We certainly appreciate being here and being able to give information, education, and of course, entertainment. We love to highlight people in our community. But I'm going to do something in this segment that really means a lot to me. As you know, we air on COX 96, 1096 HD. But that's all a part of COX Communications. So I wanted to personally get the person who brought me in and said, Lillian, we need your community-based show on our network. I want everyone to meet. I mean, we've been in love for years,
yes,
big parades and special events and all that. But this is Tamar Ho'opili.
Perfect.
I did it good.
Perfect.
Ho'opili. Yes. Thank you. I want to take this time to say thank you to you, Cox, you personally, and Cox Communications as a whole for just saying, Lillian, you're okay. We want you here to represent.
Lillian, you're more than okay. I mean, I've always had the utmost respect for you and for your profession and what you've done, especially for our community, and just giving back. And it's an honor for our company to air your show on COX 96. So we thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Tamar is Cox Communications Communications Manager.
Yes.
So you get to get out in the community.
Relations Manager.
Community Relations
Yes.
Manager, excuse me. So you get to get out, I had it there, get out in the community and see everything that's going on. I mean, you're in Henderson for the parades, in Boulder City for the art shows, in Las Vegas for the parades, Martin Luther King, El Dorado, Veterans Day. I mean, all of the above. I mean, plus giving back to our community. I mean,
I'm very fortunate as a community relations manager. It's my job to relate with the community, and what that entails is ensuring that our company is not only in touch with our community, in touch with the issues that we have in our community, but you're definitely right. It is to give back. You know, we give back over $1.5 million in cash and in kind here locally in Southern Nevada, and with that, you know, I have the responsibility of ensuring that it's donated to various organizations that, you know, fall within our cornerstones. And our cornerstones are, you know, family, children, education, with a specialization in STEM, because that's part of our industry.
That's right. That's right.
And diversity. Diversity is a huge
And I wanted to touch on that because let's go back and make sure people understand what STEM is.
Okay. STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math.
Right. And the STEM programs usually are in our elementary schools.
Yes.
And they go along with chess and things like that. And they have big contests and they get to go. Like I have a group that goes from one of our schools that we mentor at, Matt Kelly, and they go down to, Joe Mackey, and they go down to California and get to meet other STEM, and they do stuff with making the little computers that walk and talk and stuff. I mean, these are elementary
people smarter than us that can do that. Lillian. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And one thing I forgot to tell you was that Cox Communications actually hosts the Cox Stars of Science contest. And while you were saying, right, STEM is geared much more now toward the elementary school.
Right.
Our contest is geared toward high school students.
That's wonderful.
And it's a video contest. It's like a science fair on video.
Cool.
And we have pillars of the community that judge it, everywhere from colleges to Clark County School District to some people that are in the STEM community that are judges. And we're so excited. We announced the winners at the annual Las Vegas Science Festival, which just happened this past May.
Oh, that's fabulous. But let's talk before we run out of time, because you and I sit and talk all day. But connect to compete. And that's an opportunity for families, people in our community, to get internet.
Yes. Well, what happened is the president of our company, Pat Esser, in partnership with the FCC, realized that even in our world of technology, children are still not connected to technology.
Right.
And so
they are at school.
Yes.
But when they go home, they can't do their homework, basically.
So Cox Communications, we've taken on, the mantra of that we want to be your friend in the digital age, your bridge. We want to be that bridge to it. So in partnership with the FCC, we have created the program Connect to Compete. We're in all of our markets nationwide, not just here in Southern Nevada. We offer low-cost internet service to families who have children that are on the free lunch program.
Wow.
And the cost is $9.99 a month.
A month?
A month.
That is so fabulous.
And I'm so excited to share that I actually pulled a report that we have 1,008 families that are connected so far, and we just launched it, in third quarter of last year.
And you can imagine it when we go back to school, because we're going to talk about that in a minute,
Yes.
because that's part of the packet now, when you go back to school, that the parents are going to see that they can get this for their
Yes.
students at home.
When what's happening now in the classroom is students, whether you're in public or private school, they're required to do a lot more work on the computer, whether it be through the internet, turning in their homework, via a computer, via, an email, sending it to your
That's
teacher.
right.
So they have to get that digital that digital technology.
They're using it in class. I
education.
mean, sometimes we think about it that we no longer learn the penmanship. We no
Yes.
longer learn the correct way to print. I taught fourth grade, so that was part of the English when
Yes.
you learn the penmanship, and it's like, but then you got the digital age, and we have to go into it and realize that they have to learn how to do this and send that email, send your homework. My granddaughter goes to Cimarron, and I get emails from her teacher.
Yes.
When the geometry test is
No
coming.
longer notes
What's
coming
gonna
home.
be? No.
Yes.
No. When the geometry test is, what you should study for the geometry.
Yes.
Okay. They never gave us that idea.
Well, and as a company, we've realized the growth that's happening in the classroom for the students. So what we've done is we said, instead of it being a cost barrier, because that's what we don't want education to be a cost barrier.
Right.
Let's find out how we can help children, be able
to do their
have
homework.
the technology
Right.
at home. Yes.
We're going to give an email, give a website. It's very easy, COX.com. So if you do have a student who's on lunch and on the free lunch program,
Yes.
you can get this. Now let's go real quick, because school will be starting real soon.
Yes.
I mean,
in a
summer's
couple
like
weeks.
flown
Can you
away.
believe that?
So you've got Cox back to school fairs.
Yes.
And you've got 3 of them. Now, I'm going to take an extra minute and say, what do you expect from, what are you giving? What do you want your students to come away from each of these fairs?
Well, the back to school fairs actually are one-stop shop for back to school needs. So we have it at a very high traffic location, the 3 malls that you were speaking of. And it's a place where the parent can register their child. We work with the Clark County School District to bring all of their departments, everywhere from registration to transportation to the meal plan to before and after school care, all there in one area, as well as we partner with the Southern Nevada Health District so they can offer
Get their
low-cost immunizations.
You're right.
While they're there, they can do some school shopping. In addition, we do have some nonprofits that are there to offer some information about museum visits, for field trips, boys and girls
And
clubs.
some of them who, if you're speaking of the immunization, some of them can get, through the Shots for Tots program, free immunizations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've got the Boys and Girls Clubs that are on site, the YMCA. So anything and everything that is in relation to back to school, we bring it to these malls to make it easier for parents. Instead of them having to run around to all these various organizations, they can do it right there.
And they get like paper and notebooks and pencils and pens and all the things that you utilize in school.
Now, various organizations that are our partners that come in do provide some of those school supplies to the students, yes.
Okay, and we're going to show them as I read them. August the 9th at the Meadows Mall. So depending on where you live in Southern Nevada, August 16th at the Boulevard Mall, and August 23rd at the Galleria Mall.
Center,
so we've got Henderson, we've got middle of the city, and we've got the Northwest. Yes. So that August 9th, 16th, and 23rd, and those are Cox back to school fairs. So look for them. I want to say thank you for the 1G.
Isn't that fantastic?
That's my school, the 100 Academy of Excellence. And it is so fun now to go in and go to the classrooms and see them streaming. It's seamless.
It is
And
an amazing
I want to say
level of
thanks to
service.
Cox
You're
for that.
very welcome. And we're excited as a company that we're bringing that service not only to our business customers, but now to our residential customers.
We're the only 1G school in the state of Nevada. I mean, that's like make you sit up straight, right? Thank you, Tamar.
Thank you for
thoroughly
inviting me.
enjoyed this, thoroughly. We have so much information for you. Go to the Cox website. It's cox.com. Very simple. And you'll be able to read everything that they have for our community inclusive. There's information on there about the back to school fairs. We're showing the dates on that. So you can take your student and get all their information, and I think they'll probably have a table set up at the back to school fair too to sign up for the internet at $9.99 a month if your child is on free lunch program. That is so wonderful. Thank you so much, Tamar.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. We are going to take a little break, and we'll be right back. Grab the Lillian McMorris Show app. which will give you access to the current show, links to past segments, add your event to my community calendar. The Lillian McMorris Show is brought to you in part by Louisiana Gumbo and More, located on West Charleston. The best gumbo, fried catfish, salads, and don't forget the po' boys. That's Louisiana Gumbo and More on West Charleston. And welcome back. We have an absolutely wonderful guest. I mean, I am so excited to talk about this because it's something like in families you kind of smile, shy away from, stay away from. What'd she do? She wrote a book and started a reality show. Meet Andrionna Williams. Welcome, Andrionna.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for being with us. Well, I'm blessed for you to be here. Writer, producer, creator, and the name of the book is InLaws from Hell.
Yes, ma'am.
Lord, forgive me. InLaws from Hell.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about your book.
In-Laws from Hell derived from a diary that I was keeping. Married, things were going on, and, you go to your husband and, hey, this is what's going on, and him kind of stepping back saying, you know what, I don't want to deal with it. You guys need to get along. Stop putting me in the middle of it.
Okay.
So just to kind of keep confusion down in my home, I started writing.
They said that's cathartic.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that kept me also from confronting family members,
You mean it kept you from killing somebody?
Yes.
I'm a real person. It kept you from killing somebody. You self-therapize,
yes,
right?
Yes. I had to take that. I had to take it all in. And so finally, I got a call from my mother. It was almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And she says, Andrionna, in-laws from hell. And I said, Mama, what are you talking about? Mm-hmm. She says, in-laws from hell. Okay. And she's like, oh, the book. It's a book.
Okay.
And I'm going, okay. So, but that's how it came about because she talked me into it. She was like, your writings,
right.
You need to put that on paper. That's a testimony. You can help someone else. You never know who's going through it.
We all have gone through it at one point in time.
And put it on paper. Put it in book form. It was published and self-published, and 3 months hit the bestsellers list, and then we won awards for it. Mm-hmm. I said, well, I don't want to stop there.
Right.
I kind of want to bring the characters to life.
Right. So that's when we went into you deriving, let's take it and turn it into, let's talk about that's where you started, was just your webisodes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then how did that work out for you with the webisodes?
The webisodes, I think, could have been better had we known better.
Okay. You kind of learned along the way?
We learned along the way.
Okay.
So then we went into radio, and we started doing a talk show almost on the same lines as the Tom Joint.
So it's kind of like sitting in front of the radio with your daily episode of In-Laws from Hell.
Yes. It's your world. That was his. And ours was You Don't Know My Hell.
Okay. Oh, God.
So it was just kind of snowballed. Mm-hmm. And then my mind just kept going and going. And I just, bigger thoughts, and my visions got bigger. And I'm going, what else can I do?
So what came first? The plays that are on tour or the reality show on A&E?
The reality show actually hit in 2011. At first I was angry. I was like, how are everybody trying to steal my ideas? Mm-hmm. But then after we did the talking and the negotiating back and forth, I was like, wow.
Wow. That came from me.
That
my mom's prompting,
Yes.
because you would have still been journaling.
I still would have been journaling. Doing nothing but venting.
But look where it got you.
Yes, ma'am.
So on A&E, it's called Monster-in-Laws.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's you.
That's me.
Wow. How do you feel when you watch it?
It's just funny because what they do is it's several different families, and they just kind of go through in-law problems. Mm-hmm.
Still utilizing your ideas, and you're sitting there watching them come to life through someone else's eyes.
Yes.
Now, from there now, you've got a touring play.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about that. Now that you're doing.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That is truly blood, sweat, and tears.
Okay.
We started here in Vegas at the Orleans.
Right.
And
actually at a hotel?
Inside the showroom.
In the showroom?
In the showroom.
Wow.
And
how did it tell? How did it turn out?
It was the best experience in my life.
Wow.
Just being able to see that book come alive on the stage. I actually directed it, so I was sitting up in the rafters, being able to watch the whole stage from in the air. It was a
And who was
phenomenal
in it?
experience. Tony Grant was in it. Trisha Mann was in it. And then we had a lot of locals. Joy LaShawn off of 88.1.
Right.
Treasure Tobin. Robert Cox. The
So
music
it
was
was a
Kicks and
success.
Treasure. It was a success. I mean, we sold out.
Right. I remember that.
We sold out.
And to sell out a showroom
Yes, ma'am.
from a first-run play is absolutely phenomenal.
Yes,
But now
ma'am.
you're on tour.
We're on tour.
Okay, and so you've got it coming up in Los Angeles,
Yes, ma'am.
and you're actually going to be at the Wilshire E-Bell,
Yes.
right?
The historic Wilshire E-Bell. So it's another epic event. Like, Lord, where are you taking me?
Right.
Where are you taking us?
So how's it coming along?
It's
Because it's
moving.
August the 9th, so you got to be almost there with rehearsals.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Emmy-nominated director Tori Russell.
Yes.
He is doing the directing of the play. Terrell Carter is starring in the play along with Amber Sawyer. China Hudson. Renee. Awesome. Phenomenal cast.
Wow. So that's 7 o'clock on August the 9th in Los Angeles at
Yes,
the
ma'am.
Wilshire, the historic Wilshire E-Bell.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh. Where do you go from here?
From there, October 11th, we're at the Halton Theater in North Carolina. We're going to do
Oh, wow.
Atlanta, Virginia, D.C. And then I don't know where God is going to take us, but I'm ready.
Did you
Definitely
ever
ready.
think that you're just getting out to keep from going off? That's what you did.
Yes, ma'am.
You wrote it down to keep from going. Did you ever think that that journaling would bring you here?
No, ma'am. And it's funny because sometimes I sit and still don't believe that it brought me this far. And
What would you say to other writers and other aspiring producers of plays and perhaps reality shows? What would you give them?
do not give up. Naysayers are going to be naysayers. Follow your dream, follow your passion. Do not give up because you never know what lies ahead.
That's right. This is Andrionna Williams. She's a writer, producer, creator of InLaws in Hell. That's the name of the book that she wrote. You can get it on Amazon, at Barnes & Noble, wherever books are sold. And watch for her reality show called Monsters in Law, and that airs on A&E.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you watch that. And then also, hopefully we'll bring it back to Vegas, but the next time that we've got the actual live stage play is August the 9th in Los Angeles at the historic Wilshire E-Bell. That's going to be a 7 p.m. show. So if you're down there that weekend, you can get down there to support. Tori Russell is a fabulous producer, and it is just wonderful to have Andrionna, just the backbone behind all of this, the brains, the creativity. Thank
I love
you.
it. No, thank you.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Do you have a website that you'd like to give?
We do. We have Andrionna.net.
Okay.
That's ANDRIONNA.net.
Okay, Andrionna.net. You can get all the information where the play is going to be, North Carolina, Atlanta, all up the East Coast. But for now, we're on the West Coast. So go to L.A., August the
Yes.
9th, at the epic Wilshire E-Bell. And that's a 7 o'clock show. Thank you so much, Andrionna,
you.
for
Thank
taking the
you.
time out and coming and visiting with us. We
It's
appreciate
an honor.
it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
much.
We're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we've got another community event that we want to talk about, and it benefits our girls in foster care.
Awesome.
The Lillian McMorris Show is produced by Tego and Associates Productions. Multi-camera shoots either in our studio or on location. That's Tego and Associates Productions. Give us a call at 702-509-7728. The inaugural HerShe Driving the Dream charity event weekend to benefit girls in foster care, August 15th through the 17th at the Revere Golf Club. For more information, go to hershegroup.org or call 702-574-1409. And welcome back. I told you we're going to have something fantastic. Actually, it's rather exciting. And being a young person that was in foster care, this is really dear to my heart. We're having the inaugural HerShe Las Vegas Driving the Dream charity weekend, and it's to benefit girls in foster care. Please welcome Zenja Dunn. Welcome, Zenja.
Thank you.
Thank you
Lillian.
so
It's
much
a
for being
pleasure
here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And you're the Dream Series organizer.
I am.
I like that title. I'm the Dream Series organizer.
I am. Well, my personal commitment to this organization is it was founded in Los Angeles, California. And I was a one-on-one personal mentor for a young lady there in the program. The program is about these young ladies being able to choose for themselves their mentor, someone that's going to be with them for a year.
Okay.
And then we go back and we talk about how that's worked for them if they feel like they're growing, if they feel like they could use another mentor.
And they can go to
then
another
they get to
mentor.
choose another mentor. I was blessed enough to have the same mentee for 5 years.
Oh,
Ashley,
wow.
got her at 13 and she graduated at 18. She's
you're
been
make
at
me
Long
cry.
Beach State every time
Oh.
for 2 years now.
Now, what was
So
her background?
her background was her mother went to jail very early, drug in and out of jail. She didn't know who her father was.
Right.
She was in what's called in Los Angeles kin care.
Kin care.
So
Okay.
in Los Angeles at the time, 58% of the students in the Los Angeles school district were in some kind of foster and or kin
and
care.
or kin care, meaning grandmother, cousin, aunt,
Right.
uncle, right. Okay.
So the way the statistics work is that 75% of the kids in foster care either end up committing suicide, on the streets.
right. So we feel for these girls because we know what they have gone through or what they are going through, and they do need someone on the outside.
Yes,
But with that being stated, organizations need money.
they do. And the awesome thing is when I moved back home, HerShe Las Vegas was founded here. So I'm excited about that. This is the inaugural year for HerShe Las Vegas. There's actually a home here that's going to house.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that, because the funds from this is actually going to go to help that home for our girls to have a safe place to go.
Definitely. Depending on the funds that we collect, anywhere from 25 to 50 girls will actually have a house in which they have their own living quarters. They'll be able to work and earn points and credits. It's a whole program. There's a Cinderella ball that happens every year where the girls' dresses are donated.
Right.
They learn a waltz. They go skiing. There are a lot of things that these girls would not be privy to
That's right.
if they were not part of an organization. And something else about it, too, is the girls have to want it.
Yeah.
Because it is a commitment
Yeah. Do you want
to
the change?
each other
Right.
as a sisterhood and also to your mentor.
And
the
you know, it's going to
organization.
make a difference in every community, and we're talking specifically ours.
Yeah.
But giving these girls the opportunity to see and be outside of the realm of that little family that may be holding them back because they're in foster care, whether it be kin care or actual foster care. So they can see, I can be, I can do, I can meet people.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, widening the horizons. So
Definitely.
let's talk about this weekend, this charity event weekend.
Well, we wanted to do something to introduce HerShe to Las Vegas, since this is a HerShe Las Vegas chapter.
Okay.
Driving the Dream Charity Weekend is first and foremost a golf tournament happening at the Revere Golf Club in Anthem.
But that's not the only thing.
No.
We get the, not
there's
spades, what is it?
poker tournament.
Poker tournament,
Poker
right.
tournament going on
Right.
as well.
You should put some bid whiz in there. You know you should have done that.
Okay, well, think about that. It's the first year. We're starting small.
No.
But what we need is we need
People,
sponsorships.
right.
We need people to sponsorship golf balls, tees, prizes, and so
Right.
forth like that.
Okay.
So it's a way to introduce and raise a large sum of money to the beginning of what HerShe's going to be for years to come in this community.
Right. So take the mic.
Okay, it's happening August 15th through the 17th.
There you go.
So we are collecting funds both so that you can golf. I think it's $1,000 for a foursome.
Right.
$250 per person. So you can
And
come
at the
in,
Revere Golf Course, which is a beautiful golf course.
gorgeous golf course. So you can come in and golf and be a part of it that way. Or we have sponsorship levels that you can come in and be a part of it as well. And we're opening it up to the community.
Right.
However, you know.
And
they
we're going to
want
get the word
assistance.
out because we want these girls who are in foster care to be able to experience life outside of that.
Definitely.
And that costs money.
It does.
Now we've got, how do they register? Go to the website and
can
say,
go to
I want to
HerShe
play
Group.
in the poker tournament, I want to golf.
You can go to HerSheGroup.org to really see what HerShe is about.
Okay.
Then there is a page on the website where you can sign up to be in the golf tournament.
Okay.
Or you can sign up for a sponsorship. We also have a direct number from Ms. Danielle Glad. Danielle Glad's an amazing blessing to the organization because she did the Walmart golf tournaments for years.
And we'll make sure that this is on our, as you're watching this, you'll be able to see it. And spread the word. We know lots of people who golf. It's 702-400-4439. That's 702-400-4439. And obviously it's for a good cause. And it's for girls in foster care. And if you know and hear any of these stories, your heart will go out. And this gives us to make sure that their future is different than what it would or could be in foster care.
Yes.
And they get the outlet of mentors, business women, media folk, plain folk in the community who just want to show love and let them know there's life outside of that.
And as much as we change these girls' lives, these girls change our lives.
Absolutely.
I read something that says either you are a teacher or a mirror, and the people in your life are either to you. So my girl happened to be a mirror. There's some things that I experienced that I got to help her through because I experienced it first. A lot like what you've experienced in your life. So it's just a beautiful opportunity to give back. So if you want to participate in Driving the Dream Charity Weekend, maybe you don't golf, maybe you're a poker player.
Right. Or maybe you just want to come out and have fun.
Yes.
Because there's a brunch, and then aren't you also having a gala?
Yes. We're going to have a gala and a brunch. Several opportunities for you to participate, for your organization or your business to be seen. Right. And it's 501(c)(3) organization.
So it's a tax deductible.
Very much,
August 15th through the 17th at the Revere Golf Club. Go to HerSheGroup.org for more information on the organization, how you can register to play poker, play golf, or become a sponsor of this organization right here in Southern Nevada, helping our girls right here in Southern Nevada. For more information, it's 702-400-4439. Give them a call. Find out, write a check, come and be a part of changing a young girl's life. That's what it's all about. We thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Lillian McMorris, and this is the Lillian McMorris Show. We thank COX 96 for being here, for allowing us to give information to our community. Again, I'm Lillian McMorris, and we'll talk to you next time.